think, different. Technically, it's our first door.
On the front. Well, you did the top, but oh, that's the last one on it, so I get to put, look at that.
Yeah, it's the last board on this door. I got to fix the top up there now where the rain won't blow in, but I got them already done.
We are going to have a door to go in and out.
I actually let it overlap just about a half an inch, because that up there is back a half an inch, so it all lines when I come down. And then when I close it, this will actually close against that too. So.
I've got my 6 boards for today done, except for this little spot, but you see why? We have to get it done before daylight. The sun's nailing this spot, and Danny's got a little bit done on the outside. Isn't that looking amazing? All before 8 o'clock, guys.
Okay guys, we're inside the barn now. We have both front doors closed, and you'd think it'd be really dark in here, but it's really not that bad in here. I have it set now where we can actually, I have a board right here, a 2x6, that during strong stormy weather, I can come up here, this thing will go down inside this here, and it'll lock these doors during the strong storms and stuff, hurricanes and stuff like that. Otherwise, I have a pull chain system here. At the top, I have bolt latches at the top like that, where you can pull them. You know, they come unlatched. So we have that done to hold them up. And this side right here, our first 10-foot bay right here, is probably going to be our tack room / solar, all that. We're going to try to have all that in this one room. We're going to seal this room up completely all the way around. And then the next bay right here is a 10-foot bay. When we get this one all cleaned up, I've got the lumber here to begin framing it. We're going to put, this is going to be for our rabbits. We're going to have our rabbits situated in this room right here so that we can put our worms in here, gather our rabbit manure for fertilizer, and just grow our rabbits out in here. For ventilation purposes, you can see it's all open up into the loft area up there, so air can pass through here with no problems without it getting to be too hot in here. Okay, this is the third bay over here. I haven't really decided just yet all I'm going to do with this. We've still got some of the pieces of wood we got to put up in the attic and get them out of the way. But this is where the calf feeding pen is. I have a door here if I need to come in to it. Right in here I can get in to the calf. Makes it really easy, or I can reach over here, I can pet them, get them used to me that way. Then I have my feeding barrels here. This is where I keep my cattle feed at. I have 3 drums here. I actually have a 4th one here that I'm going to be mounting over here. That'll give me plenty of feed for the cattle. And if I come on across here, this section of my barn right here is going to be a section where we're going to keep our fertilizer stacked up at. We have a treated pallet down here, and we'll put a piece of plywood down on it so that no moisture from the ground comes up through it. And we're going to be stacking all of our fertilizer here that we'll be using in our fields and greenhouses and everything like that. We're going to try to keep all that located here. And of course, this is the stairwell here that goes up to the 2nd loft. Now, the loft is not completed yet. We're still waiting on Mr. Mickey to get us the lumber down here. This is all we have left to do to have the barn completed as far as framing goes. and have it where we can use it completely, is once he gets all this lumber in here for us, we'll be able to complete the flooring of the barn. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do here just yet, because we have to be able to get in here with stuff to be able to get up the steps and stuff like that. And then I have my Farmall Cub parts and implements and all that in this bay right here next to me here. So I'm not sure whether, I don't really want to frame this up and close this side off, because I may need to get to this side of it over here to be able to get to some of my parts. Now, the thing about it is it's all bad, dusty now. I'm going to have to come in here and re-clean everything, because before these back walls was up here, those cows stirred up so much dust back there during this drought that we had that everything I've got in here is covered up in dust. And guys, this is the infamous Farmall Cub tractor here. It's covered up in dust because of the cows. I got to take it out and give it a good bath now. And it will stay parked back in the back corner back here, where it can stay out of the weather, where the tires don't dry rot, and the paint job stays good on it, and the seat don't get messed up, and all that kind of stuff. It's going to stay parked back in the corner here. Now, the other long two bays that we got right here, once we have all the fertilizer moved and all the lumber resituated and the generator put where we want it at and stuff like that, we are going to be parking both of our Kubota tractors in here. My big Kubota will probably go on this side over here. This Wanda's Kubota will probably go in this side right here, because it's a little shorter, and in case I need to get the Cub out, I won't have to worry about moving the hers out of the way to get it. I can just pull hers up in there, and I can get both of them out either way. So that is our plans for the Farmall barn at this time. Well guys, this is probably the first time you've seen the barn from the back angle like we have it here. We finally have the feeding station here finished up where they can go in and eat, stick their head through the bars. We got it closed off to keep the rain out of it now. This is where all the big cows go. Over to the side right here, we have a creep feeder system where the calf can go through there. That is the room right there that the calves eat in, where the big cows cannot get in there and mess with them while they're eating their feed. And then over to the side, over there, I have a place I can open up the side of the building. I can back a cattle trailer up to it right there, and I can actually load the calves through a chute right there into the cattle trailer. Okay, this is the barn from another angle. We still have the scaffolding set up back here because I got a few pieces of trim to put on the top up there. But this is the back corner here of the barn. Okay, guys, this is the same side of the barn we were just looking at, but just from a different angle, looking at it from the front side. We have completed everything around this side already. Okay, now we're back on this side of the barn where the little calf's loading chute is right here. This is what the other side of the barn actually looks like. Got everything completed on this except right there. I got 3 little boards I got to put up there, 4, and I'll have this side completely finished up. Okay guys, this is all of our cattle panels. We got a really good deal on these. We was able to buy enough of them to build an entire cattle corral system. This is going to allow us to do away with all the old lumber corrals that we had. We can reconfigure these in any way in which we see fit to be able to handle our cattle in any way that we see fit. I actually have a squeeze chute and a head gate and all that over at the front of the property over yonder that we're going to be bringing over here at some point. Once we get all this set up and get it all like we want it, we'll be able to have our head squeezer and all that hooked up here together. And guys, it'll make handling the cows so much easier. All right, guys, this is the other side of the barn from a different angle. Now the top, we're gonna have to go back and redo. We realized that we must have picked up a different color stain on the top. So we're gonna go back and restain it so that it matches the rest of the barn completely. Well guys, here we are. This is the front of the barn, finally completed. You see the sign up in the middle of the door up there? This is what Wanda and I, this is how we feel. We're actually, at this point, living the dream. It has been a blessing to be able to be blessed by the Lord enough to have a barn. I know a lot of y'all gonna ask, why, where's our batting at on it? But me and Ms. Wanda really like the smooth look. We still have the battens, they're up in the attic, and some of them have some knots in them, and you know, they're kind of a little bit crooked in some places. So we come up with this theory that we're gonna put the batting on the inside the walls between the purlins to stop anything coming through it that way, and leave the outside with this wonderful, beautiful look from this magnificent poplar that Mr. Mickey brought us down here. I mean, this has got to be one of the most wonderful things that could have happened to me and Ms. Wanda. Mickey was so good to us, and to having all this delivered down here to us. Guys, y'all go check out Hills Mills Homestead. If you need some lumber, Mr. Mickey is the man to get it, because I'm going to tell you, we are amazed at how well the barn turned out using the poplar that he cut from his mill. Well, guys, we finally have reached that point to where all we lack is the second floor in the barn before we actually have the framing part of the barn complete. And guys, at this point now, I don't have to spend every fleeting moment I have trying to get this barn closed in. Now Wanda and I can actually begin to live the dream. Thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.